When things happen, you don't really know when it's going to be your last. The last time you hang out with a good friend from high school, the last time you played one of your favorite games, or maybe the last time you'll have a specific food that you enjoyed the most. You never know when it's your last. And today, that's exactly what I'm here to talk about. Our last Nintendo Switch Direct. Yes, I am very confident that we are completely now done with Nintendo Directs, at least for the original Nintendo Switch. It's sad. It's been 8 years of absolute ups and downs and roller coaster rides with Nintendo and their Nintendo Directs, with some of the biggest reveals in history, with some of the more lackluster Directs sprinkled in as well. And of course, the coveted partner Direct that actually sprung out of nowhere in the evil year of 2020. But I am here to say that after all of this, Nintendo is finally done with General Directs for the Switch. Yep, I think we're done. I think most people would agree that this would be the last possible month to have a Nintendo Direct focused on current Switch before we move on to the next console, because the next Direct after this would be in February of 2025, which by then we should know well about the console and probably all the games coming to it before it releases shortly after. So this was the last possible month for us to get a Nintendo Direct, and it looks like it's not happening. Now, before I dive more into this and talk about what I mean, I want to give again a huge thank you guys, because oh my goodness, we had another goal to reach over 350 subscribers in one day, and you guys did it, generating over 700 brand new subscribers in just 2 days. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I have a really special video planned for you guys coming up very soon. But thank you so much. Let's see if we can beat the goal again, another 350 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before we get started, and let's see if we can reach that goal again. But let's dive into the video. So why is it Nintendo Directs are done, and why do I think that we're not getting one this month? Well, I've seen some people out there still believe we're getting one, and it just doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of things. If Nintendo had a Direct plan for this month, the last couple of weeks wouldn't have happened the way it did. Now, there have been lots of reports coming in towards the end of August that Nintendo was going to shift everything forward and have tons of presentations moved up to the end of August, so that way September was cleared out for obviously Switch 2. And we were all waiting to see if this was going to be possible, and of course Nintendo revealed multiple presentations, a Museum Direct, a Indie/Partner Direct combined as well, which pretty much told us there was something changed. And normally when Nintendo has partner directs in any month around the normal month of a general, that is pretty much the replacement for the general direct, because the partner direct is full of third-party games, which these third-party games always help to flush out a full Nintendo Direct. They're never just full first-party presentations. They always have a mixture of maybe some indie games, maybe some third-party games, maybe some partner games, and then of course your couple of first-party announcements thrown in there. Now, I've still seen people suggesting there could be a smaller Direct, maybe a mini Direct that focuses just on the games that are coming out and maybe give us one surprise at the end. But even when you look at that, Nintendo has clearly been having a Twitter Direct field day the last couple of weeks, literally giving us another 5-minute deep dive trailer, which is our second one for Echoes of Wisdom. Plus, there's lots of previews out there and extra gameplay and trailers Nintendo has given, so there's really no reason to show that game off in a Direct. Also, you have Mario Party Jamboree, which had the Japanese website go live and give us even more information. Nintendo even released trailers, such as one for Pauline being included, and new minigames and modes and maps and stuff like that. Yep, they've already covered that. And then Mario and Luigi Brothership was one that I didn't even expect them to touch on at all yet. They just gave us a new trailer for the world of Concordia, showing us the new islands and world we'll explore and enemies and stuff, which looked pretty exciting. And of course, that's all the games coming out this year. So what in the world would Nintendo talk about? That would leave only Donkey Kong Country Returns HD and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That's assuming that Nintendo even wants to show that game off again right now. Probably not, and it probably will be a while until we see it again, probably like the Switch 2 showcase or something like that. But yeah, that is a big reason why I believe that this month is going to be absolutely Direct free, at least for the general Nintendo Switch. And I'm seeing a lot of people getting upset saying that the last Nintendo Direct is going to be a whack one with that partner and mini showcase, because let's admit it wasn't great. But no, that's not the last Direct. I mean, when I think of the last Direct, I think of the last general Direct, and that was back in June. And oh my goodness, Nintendo absolutely ended the Switch off with a banger Direct. Considering the fact that there was literally nothing that we were really expecting, considering the fact it was the end of the Switch life cycle as we know it, Yeah, they absolutely went crazy, showing us a brand new revival for Mario and Luigi, a brand new top-down 2D Zelda game featuring Zelda, and also another brand new Mario Party title. On top of that, tons of other things sprinkled in. I mean, we genuinely couldn't have asked for more from a last presentation before moving on to the next console. And this is coming from someone who normally has a bitter taste in his mouth after a Nintendo Direct finishes. So I was extremely content with what Nintendo gave us. With that June Nintendo Direct sandwiched between two partner showcases, it showed me that clearly this was the end for the Nintendo Switch as we know it. And I'm not going to go back through all the past Nintendo Directs, but we've gotten so many good ones, especially towards the end of its life cycle, showing us more of Tears of the Kingdom and of course surprising us with Mario RPG Heaven, with of course Mario RPG itself and even Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door being some of the biggest highlights, at least for me, in recent years. So if Nintendo Directs are truly done for current Nintendo Switch, when is the next Nintendo Direct, and I guess does it focus on Switch 2 only? Well, it's hard to say. I think this next Switch is definitely just going to be a new iteration of Switch, which Nintendo kind of already said this. This isn't going to be like the Wii U going to Switch or GameCube going to Wii. This is going to be more along the lines of Wii to Wii U, hopefully a lot better though. But with that in mind, it's telling me that Nintendo's not going to do a hard cut in transition. Instead, lots of the games that we're seeing right now are probably going to be showcased on the new console as well. We're probably going to see things like Echoes of Wisdom, Mario & Luigi Brothership, and even Mario Party Jamboree running on the new hardware, saying, hey, you can buy these games and also play these games on that new Switch as well. For that reason, I feel like there's going to be games shown off that can be played on both Switch 1 and Switch 2 still. That includes Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. So I think the next Direct isn't just going to be Switch 2 focused primarily. It'll have kind of some sprinkle of Switch stuff and Switch 2 stuff, but what I'm saying is we're done with just straight up Switch 1 Directs. We're not going to see that stupid message that we see that every time Nintendo tweets out some presentation and they'll say, hey, there will be no news of Switch 2 in this presentation. So I think our days of seeing that is finally over. What makes this even more interesting with Nintendo Directs coming out is we've always expected the last thing of the show to be the biggest thing, but the last couple of years I think we've all knew that the last thing of the show was either going to be more Tears of the Kingdom information as we waited multiple years for that release date, but also just something smaller, like a big remake or a big remaster, nothing that's really going to make people pass out, at least if you're not Mario RPG fans, because I think we probably died 3 times this last year. But with that said, I think it's finally time for the next Nintendo Direct to actually show a bombshell at the very end of the show, or maybe at the beginning of the show, which means Switch 2 games are going to be coming in hot, meaning we're going to be getting information on that next 3D Mario, that next Mario Kart, the next Splatoon, the next Smash Brothers. It's all going to start all over again, but with a new console, and I cannot wait to be a part of that ride with you guys. With the rumors suggesting that Switch 2 is getting announced this month and within the next couple of weeks, I don't know if Nintendo's going to have a Direct focused on this console. Is it going to even be called a Direct? Is it just going to be a Switch 2 presentation? Is it just going to be a trailer for the console? It's hard to say. We do know Nintendo has stated that they're going to drop information in little morsels, I guess little groupings of information for this console, very similar to what they did with the first Switch. So maybe it is just a trailer or a presentation later this year, or, you know, a small Direct. It's hard to say, but it seems like something is happening this month, and I cannot wait. But definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Are you excited for Switch 2? Are you sad that Nintendo Directs seem to be over for the current Switch? Were you happy with the ones that we've gotten in the last 8 years? Definitely let me know your greatest moments of Directs for Nintendo Switch. I plan on making a full video talking about all the Directs that we've gotten and the biggest reveals, so thank you so much, and definitely comment down below. You could be featured in a future video. But I will see you all on the next one. I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys.